Welcome to Man of Steel fan Gives Hope. Just give me a wee second here. No, still doesn't make me feel better. So, after going online, YouTube and stuff, and thanking Ben Affleck, I'm back there, on him coming forward and talking about his addiction, and he's coming through it and he's putting his family together, and I went, right, okay, now you don't have anything to write about, okay? News seemed to go quiet. There was no more talk about Batman film and jeopardy and stuff like that. And then I don't know what's happened. Maybe they just threw a lot. They tried to find something. I mean, okay, DC must be that popular in news and that. Let's say that word again that I use in all my videos, clickbait, right? It must be like, I don't know, Marvel doesn't make news, okay? And I noticed, yes, a friend at Comic Book Cast has made a video. I've not bothered watching it. It says Aquaman delayed. Where are the other news about the Marvel films delayed? Okay, Aquaman is probably put back because of Avatar. It has nothing to do with how the film is going or editing or anything like that. It's just because they want to bring it out at a certain time to hopefully make films. Avatar might make money for Warner Brothers at that month, and this film it's all up in the air. It's a business. As far as the film's concerned, film's going fine, everything else, but no, let's all jump on the wagon. We can't seem to talk about Batman just now. We'll throw Aquaman in there, right? Aquaman is delayed. What else can we throw in the air? Because there's nothing really newsworthy about Marvel, I don't think. I know we've heard all those rumours about Marvel, but listen, that doesn't get the clickbait. Nobody's interested in Marvel. We need something else. Give me something on Batman. Alright, the director who walked off and he's came back on again. Yes, I know he's busy. He's busy making his monkey film, and he's probably not going to touch Batman until 2018. So what can we do? Oh, we can, right, that's one news. We can post that and say that the Batman is delayed, it's going to be longer, and it's going to be out there at a later date. It's postponed. What else can we do? We could say that it's postponed because they're going to change everything. He's came on board and he's going to change everything. He's going to change the villains. He's going to change the story which is written by Chris Terrio, Oscar winner, Ben Affleck, Oscar winner, and Jeff Johns, the head of DC that knows his stuff, that's well respected. They're going to grab that and put it in the bin. Tried to squeeze out a little more Bullkish. Right, I can't believe it. So we got a test screening of Joe Manganiello, whatever, in the Deathstroke suit. Okay, Ben Affleck, filming it, getting excited, getting pumped for the film. And even though he's maybe it's a screenshot for Justice League, maybe he's going to appear in Justice League. Well, if it's a screenshot for Justice League, they're going to tie it in with the Batman film. Joe Manganiello right now, forgive me if I say his name wrong. Right now, he's battling with swords, practicing for the film that, so far as all the news on Facebook's going, he's not doing anymore. Right. And not only that, I don't know, it's just, they just have to like jump. I see on groups and on Facebook that the fans out there, they know their stuff. They're getting tired and they've unfollowed these pages and groups, but somehow they manage to see through it. They see about the lies that these pages tell, and again, they must just click onto it. But it does. If you read something off now, reading something often enough, that is the main thing, because all the things that are reporting it, from comic book to from on YouTube and everything else, it's all the one bit of news, and it all depends on what one you follow. It's, you know, even the most positive stuff about DC Universe, they'll post the exact same bit of news with their own wee added twist, but they'll still keep the heading. Why? Because that's what people are clicking onto. It's and what we need, said before, is, you know, this director it's came on board with the Batman film. Okay, he's doing his monkey film just now. He's making sure that's finishing off. Then he's going to come on and start with the Batman film. So do you think he's got time to look at casts, spend all that time on the story, spend all that? I mean, if that was the case, then what does a director do? Okay, we've got Ben Affleck up for the role, right? Putting on his costume, putting on his suit, and exercising and training. But of course, all these people out there, they expect him to, once he's finished the shot, as he's acting, to then come behind camera, make sure it's filmed a certain way, and then go back for. That's a lot of work for just that, but directors do a lot more than that. They make sure the sound thing, the angle of the camera, what other people are doing, what other maybe camera shots are set off on the other side of the world, and make sure that that team is doing things brilliantly. You know, so for this director, Vaughn, whatever, who's doing his ape thing, he's got no time to work on the Batman movie. And the reason why it's put back to whatever year it is that they decide to come out, 2018, is probably because that's the way he's thought about that. He's going to spend time on it. He's going to move from that film onto this, and then get the ball rolling. And then the other thing, John McNair's not doing Deathstroke. Well, we might as well stop training. We might as well just chuck it in, and let's forget about the tweets from all the co-stars and directors and writers and everything else. Let's forget about them. Henry Cavill tweeting about Green Lantern, you know, and everybody's getting on board. Everybody's pumped. Those are the only people you listen to. But again, wouldn't be joyful about the things that they're tweeting. You know, they've signed a contract, right, that say that they can't mention certain things. So they must be allowed to tease you and to annoy you and whatever. And, you know, it says, I must get myself pumped up for big Green Lantern, as Henry Cavill says, and to be as big as Green Lantern. And whoops, what have I said? Fun, you know, from an actor on set that we know that's going to be in the film. Listen to them. Don't take it all by heart. Don't think it's just because they've signed some sort of contract, but they're doing it to get you guys interested, you know, and they're doing it for the benefit of the film, unlike these sites that jump on anything that's coming on Bullkish. it's what I hate as well is we have all these groups on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot, and as soon as they see this news, they share it. They share it to the group, and each group has say a couple of thousand here and a couple of thousand in that group or whatever, and then those people, right, you all know this, and then the people in that group probably have their own groups, and then they'll share it onto, and they'll share the link, and that's why on my Facebook page when I started it, I don't do links. I just take some of the positive stuff that I hear, and then put it onto the page, but don't bother listening to all the other garbage. Just put down stuff that works for the best. It's for the best. But if you share these news, these people are getting money, right? If you comment on it, these people are getting money. I'm waiting a while. I'm waiting for Campier to say something about this. But no, there's a load of pull. I wasn't even going to do this video. I was going to try and ignore all this stuff and not just jump on the wagon as soon as one wee bit of clickbait news comes up, and then tell you not to listen to it, because I know you guys out there and girls, you're not daft, you're not stupid, you know the score. I'd rather do videos where it's talking about the latest comics, talking about the latest TV shows. I'm getting close to Flash Gorilla City. I'm looking forward to it. Right now I'm doing one episode. One I just done there was King Arthur and DC Legends. So that show is fantastic. Yeah, it's getting better this season. I'm looking forward to the musical, Supergirl and stuff like that. So I'd rather talk about these things rather than suddenly go. But it's hard not to, because it gets to you, And when you run a Facebook page and you get these messages, they come up, and you repeat yourself. You repeat yourself, and you do, but you need to keep on saying it, because it's for your own mentality, it's your own saying it, and you're thinking, am I the only one out there that that thinks that this is ridiculous? I mean, I have seen so many posts just now from you great DC fans out there that is sick to death about the biased people and the biased groups and the biased websites, and angry that no matter what DC does, even before the film is out, you're going to hate upon it and stuff like that. And there was an interesting article done, and I got one of my editors to talk about this article, and it was all about DC film movies not changing. Do not change, do not listen to the critics or the people out there. DC films are making it different. They're branching out, and they're not following what is deemed to be the only satisfactory way of making these films. DC is doing it their own way, and it's like mixing films like Memento or Pulp Fiction. When Pulp Fiction, when that came out, the studio didn't like it. Why are we making Pulp Fiction? What's this with Tom with John Travolta? He's dead in the middle. He dies in the middle of the film, and he's alive at the end. We shouldn't make this. This will confuse people. But no, the film has got made. Memento, brilliant film, was told backwards. So the ending of the film is at the start of the film. This is the sort of diversity that we need. We cannot have more and more films blending together and feeling. And we had in the 80s, how I love the 80s, the action hero, and you had the buddy cop movies, and then you had the teen comedies, and then you had the horror, and so you sort of, it was like put in brackets, and there wasn't anything new out there. There wasn't something that you hadn't seen before. But that is exactly what Watchmen, BVS, Sin City, whatever. It's these are the films that were made differently, and they should be out there. These films should be out there to educate people into watching something different. Right, I'm all for the wee low budget movies. Right, I believe films like Prophecy with Christopher Walken should have been in the big screen, right, not straight to DVD. I think Murder in the First with Kevin Bacon and Christian Slater was a great Alcatraz story, and some of the talents went unnoticed, but it went straight to DVD. I want diversity in cinemas. I want film companies to start pumping money into these films that are not the norm, and that is what DC is doing. So again, I'll leave you with, and I'll just recap what it says. Forget what these people are saying. Okay, they're just trying to get as much Bullkish out there for you to click onto, because everything was going okay for the Batman movie, the Justice League and the Wonder Woman. They had nothing to talk about. They had absolutely, and to be honest, on my Facebook page, I am finding it hard to put stuff on the page. Right? I say mine, it's not mine. I'm sharing it with the others. But I'm finding it hard to post stuff that will get people interested or in a laugh. But I would rather my page did not exist, and I can just sit there and say, oh, another DC film coming out. Everybody in the world is going to be excited for that, right? I wish it didn't need to exist. And I would like slow, boring days. I'd like maybe there's no news, and then you might be forced to watch these stupid YouTube videos of me watching the stuff that we love. Flash, Arrow, iZombie, Lucifer, another two excellent DC shows. Let's talk about maybe soon Krypton. I can't wait to see the pilot, and please, I would even want to see the Wonder Woman pilot. See if it's DC on it, I want to see it. I don't care how bad it is. I want to see it. What else? No, so as I said, Joe Manganiello, whatever, he's training for the Batman film. So he's still in it. They're not going to just rip up the script, right? You probably work around it, maybe change it, shot it in a different way, but him and Ben Affleck will get together and try to make the best, because they have to, because Batman's got this reputation to uphold, so they don't want to make one bad film, okay? Same as Superman. I think when Superman 2, if it comes out, forget about who's directing it, forget about the screenplay, okay? Warner Brothers, the studio, sort of knows what it wants, what the tone of the film, okay? And hopefully they've learnt the lesson from not to go too far. And I'm talking about from Batman, Michael Keaton, to Batman and Robin, Okay, they've got to maintain that sort of level. Okay, and as I say, when Superman comes out, it's not going to be, Superman 2 comes out, it's not going to be a reboot. That's just another word to use. He's born again, he's happy and everything else. So it's, as I say, studios, you're learning slowly about the media, you're learning slowly about how it works and how to get the fans, and looking forward to it. Batman v Superman, everyone in the world was waiting for that film, and you knew how to hype people up through your marketing. The best way for the studios to market their product is to get an official chairman or whatever to come out and lay down the law, tell us news, because we're living in a society, sadly enough, which you've heard from my other videos, I'm not a big fan of. Not a big fan of the internet trailer thing, but sadly we live in this world and we need to put these websites in their place. On the television now there's a TV show and it's called Fake News, and they make jokes about how bad the news is getting, and it's also said that Facebook was one of the highest bits that people are getting the news from, which is sad, especially if you look at all the stuff that we have to read and all the lies and all the wee bits you take from these sentences. So, again, unless Warner Brothers comes out, unless the director himself tweets it, don't believe the Bullkish. Okay, so speak to you again. DVD coming in this weekend. Sitting down my butt cheeks, watching BVS for the 20th time. How many times have you watched it? What do you think about it? Actually, give me ideas. Okay, what to talk about. Comments below. I might not comment back, but I will read all your comments. It comes up notification on my phone. Oh, right, okay. So thanks for listening, and be positive out there. Thank you.